How in today's session we are seeing the Dow Jones Industrial Average holding its ground closer to the 31,000 level. In yesterday's session, we had looked into the possibility of a possible break on the lower side, but that didn't really materialize. And for the time being, the Dow is indeed seeing the possible move on the higher side rather than the lower side. But for the time being, we will be looking at its consolidation, and then we will also try to figure out the levels to look out for in the today's session. So let's get started for today's session of market movers. If we look at the data docket for the day, we had plenty of data releases coming in for the European countries. We got multiple data points for the United Kingdom in particular, but we will not really go into the details of that. But there is one silver lining which needs to be mentioned, and it is the higher than expected CPI reading for the month of December. We saw that UK is experiencing better inflationary trajectory than earlier anticipated level, and that is something to take heart from. But for the euro area as a whole, we got the final CPI numbers, and there is no positive development on there on that front. And here the core CPI is still in the positive territory, but the overall inflation rate is in deflationary zone with reading at minus 0.3. So this is going to be a point of concern going forward. Moving on to the North American inflation, we had the CPI numbers coming in for the Canada, and here the readings are actually worse than the expectations and also below the prior readings. So in terms of month on month as well as in terms of year on year, the CPI has gone down in the Canada for the month of December, where it stands at 0.7% in terms of year on year, and at minus 0.2% in terms of month on month. Just in a while, we are also scheduled to get the monetary policy announcement, and from the Bank of Canada, we are not really expecting any fresh policy change in its monetary policy. The interest rates are likely to remain at the record low level of 0.25%, and the quantitative easing program, in which the Bank of Canada is going ahead with 4 billion Canadian dollars worth of buying of the commercial paper and the government bonds. That policy is also going to be continued, and no change is also expected on that front. The quantitative easing program is likely to continue with its current trajectory, and the bank in its earlier guidance has already said that these extraordinary supportive measures will be maintained till required, till we see substantial improvement in the Canada's economy as well as the inflationary outlook. Till then, the accommodative monetary policy stance is here to stay. Now, moving on to the technical segment, we will first see what's happening in the Dow Jones Industrial Average, and then we will also take a look on the currency segment, where we will consider the Euro USD's technical outlook. Let's get started with the Dow Jones Industrial Average technical outlook first. This is the daily time frame chart, and here, closer to the 31,000 level, the Dow Jones Industrial Average has spent last 3 trading sessions. In today's session also, it has been fairly range bound, but it has been holding on to this zone, and we didn't really see any major break on the lower side. And if we look at its underlying momentum, which has been bullish, I think there are reasons to believe that this time around, the contraction which we were expecting, the correction which we were expecting, is not really going to come true, and it might be the time to revise the outlook and get on with the fact that it is continuing its bullish trajectory, and we are not really expecting any big sharp move, but rather incremental gains in couple of sessions ahead. So if we want to look for a possible technical breakaway, then I think we will have to rely on this first resistance zone of this month's pivot point series. If the Dow is indeed able to hold above this resistance zone, then I think the probability of its continuation of bullish trajectory is going to be a lot higher, and in due course of time, even the target price can be considered closer to the second resistance, the price level around 31,400, which is almost 1 percentage point away from the current price levels. And on the lower side, we will be utilizing the immediate swing lows as our possible decisive markers, and anything below that, then we will need to revise the technical outlook for the Dow Jones Industrial Average. Looking at the technical parameters like the regression curve and the pivot point series, both are pointing to the continuation of the underlying trend. We are not really seeing any signs emerging yet of any possible trend reversal. Both these technical parameters are still pointing north, and we have to rely on that. So if we want to figure out the optimum entry and exit point for today's session, the price level to watch out for is going to be closer to this 30,900. Unless and until there is significant break and sustenance of the price action below these immediate swing lows, I think we can continue to look at the possibility of a break on the higher side. So in today's session, the move toward 31,100 would be an opportunity to go long in the Dow Jones Industrial Average while keeping the stop loss anywhere below this immediate swing low. So here we are not really looking at buying straight away. What I am saying is that we should look for a possible move towards 31,100, and then maybe we can think about getting involved for a fresh trade, the long trade in the Dow Jones Industrial Average, while utilizing the immediate price action markers as our points of entry and exit. So if the stop loss is going to be of around 200 to 50 points, then we will also have to rely for at least 1:2 risk reward ratio, and that is going to be difficult. As I have said already, the big sharp moves are not really expected, but of course nothing can be ruled out. But still, as the things stand, the incremental gains are more probable, or it might take a couple of sessions more for the Dow Jones Industrial Average to show some real big moves. So looking at that, we will have to adapt for the scalping opportunities rather than going for the big swing trades. And keeping that in mind, I think target price anywhere closer to 31,400 or even 31,500 should be good enough. Now, on the currency front, we are seeing the strength in the USD, and as a result of that, the Euro USD has declined for the session so far. And if we look at the technical parameters on the daily time frame chart, here we have seen the Euro USD finding buying momentum closer to this crucial level of 1.206. This is also the 38.2% Fibonacci retracement for the Euro USD, and closer to that, it had shown a rebound in the yesterday's session. But in today's session, it has given up some of those gains. It has seen a decline of almost 50 pips from the higher side, and it will be interesting to see if we see further decline or the consolidation around the current levels of 1.210. So we will have to rely on some of the technical parameters which are showing the signs that the Euro USD is still in the bear grip, and it will be better for us to continue to look for the short sell trade. And in line with that projections, I think we will have to watch out for some of the levels. Of course, the key level is going to be this central pivot point. In yesterday's session, or you can say even the early hours of today's session, we saw this Euro USD getting closer to the central pivot point. It didn't really cross and hold above it, but after that failure, we saw this sharp deceleration on the lower side, and even if we look at this regression curve, which is also pointing south, both these technical parameters are bearish in the short to medium term, and accordingly we will have to calibrate our entry and exit points. So from the short term perspective, here we have this confluence zone of 50 and 100 SMA. Both these SMAs are converging closer to 1.211, and I'm not really advising for any straight away trading entry. What we need to do is look out for consolidation closer to that, and in consolidation pattern we will see the signs of possible trading direction. So here, if we see that the Euro USD continues to hold below these SMA convergence, and if the Euro USD consolidates below this 1.210, maybe by the tomorrow's start of European trading session, we will have the better view or better grasp of the developing situation, and in that case, if it continues to hold below this, I think it will be appropriate for us to look for fresh short sale trades in the Euro USD while keeping the target price closer to this immediate swing low, which is there around 1.205. So that would be our immediate target range if the price action supports our view, and if it fulfills our required conditions. Otherwise, if there is a reversal on the higher side, then I think we will have to take the contrary view. But not yet. I am not yet talking about the possibility of looking into a buy trade, but looking at other parameters from the medium term perspective, given the fact that those are still bearish, I would either sit on the sidelines or look for bearish trading opportunities. So that is the outlook for the day. Before I sign off, I would also like to remind of the risk associated with trading in the financial instrument, and one should be careful while using the information provided. Have a fabulous day ahead. Do subscribe to the Decoscopy webinar channel to stay updated on the market development. Thank you all for joining in. Goodbye.